Hey there, what it is and what is up. So you have a big change coming in for you. You have set your manifestation, your intention out there into the universe. You're taking the action steps, and now you're being asked to surrender and trust in the process, trust in flow, and trust that energetically you are being aligned with it. Next we have adaptability. So this is saying embrace a transformative power of change. Sea turtles could be of significance. Also stingrays, mermaids, or just the water. You could be a water sign. Water is heavily significant. It's saying it's through your ability to adapt and evolve that you can connect with the divine flow. So I feel like you're getting yourself into flow as you step into this manifestation, because you know what your manifestation is, right? What you're working towards and wanting to bring into your life. And I feel like you're alchemizing at this time, alchemizing energy and remaining adaptable, open to change. You know, a lot of times our manifestations come in like greater than, God's plan for us is sometimes way better than what we can dream up of ourselves. This says the sacred art of alchemy lays in your ability to transmute your atmosphere into a supportive and nurturing environment. So maybe you're doing something with it, setting up a sacred space for yourself, or just you have you could be redecorating or something like that. And then really coming into knowing, awakening to the divinity within yourselves. Maybe you're going through and learning about the I ams. I am that I ams. It says, as we awaken to the divinity within ourselves, we realize that unconditional love and the appreciation for the beauty in all things is the key to spiritual growth. So remaining in gratitude and seeing the beautiful, the beauty, sometimes even the most painful, heart-wrenching moments are beautiful. That's why, people love a good sad movie that just really evokes those emotions, because there's beauty in that, right? So it also awakes. We have compassion. So we know that you're a divine being from the fabric of the universe. You are infinitely worthy of boundless love, grace, and compassion that flows through all of creation. So I feel like you're just awakening to your connection to everyone, the law of divine unity. Maybe you're studying universal law and realizing that, I am the same as you, as is that tree and that bug over there, and also that mountain, and possibly the entire galaxy. So all the galaxies, the entire universe. We're all made up, and we are also very much connected. So, and you're operating now from a place of love and compassion and empathy, knowing maybe so you had a narcissist in your life, and you're operating, maybe coming into a place where you can forgive that person and operate in a place of compassion for their journey and why they are how they are. And also in realizing that when you signed your soul contract, you signed up to have these lessons from these people, the people that were meant to come in and mistreat you, or whatever it is that they would, narcissist empath paradigm, to teach you these lessons. And instead of becoming a horrible, awful person, you've stayed in love with open heart chakra, I just heard, and remain graceful and loving. And that is true alchemy, my friends, when you can transmute all that pain that you've been through, and still remain in love and loving, then you become a master alchemist. And then if you can learn to discern those energies, then you become a master empath. And that, there ain't nothing more powerful than that, guys. So so next we have connection. So it's saying by journeying within and connecting with your innermost self, you unlock boundless skills and potential. So I feel like you're on the spiritual healing journey, and you're going to get new spiritual gifts coming in for you. You're going to have, you know, an uptick in your, whatever your spiritual gifts are. Like, you know, maybe you're clairaudient and you're able to hear spirits. You may actually start to get visions or, you know, telepathy. You're just going to have more spiritual gifts are coming towards you. I also getting from this connection that you have a soul tribe coming in. The orca whales could be, or killer whales could be of significance to you. But you have your own pack, like your tribe coming in for you. So let me just pull a couple cards of tarot and see what else we have here. All right then. So the moon in reverse. So the moon is all about things that are hidden, also our emotions. So I feel like, and this fell all over here on this alchemy and surrender and adaptability, these cards over here. So I feel like I had said before, your emotions have been coming to the surface lately, and you're alchemizing them, clearing space and making way for new to come in. Because you can't have those old stinky emotions laying around you know, you need to clear that out so that you can bring good into your life, clear that frame, alchemize that energy so that your thoughts remain positive and good. And that's what just came out, King of Cups, emotional mastery. So you're learning to be a master of your own emotions. True alchemy. Five of Cups, yeah, any sort of disappointment or regret. Yeah, you're working your way through, you know, any type of seeing the failures that you've had, and alchemizing that energy to where you're going to be focusing on what you had left still standing. These two cups left standing over here. So, what else? The 10 of Coins. Yeah, baby. Coins. Yeah, you may be working on some generational wealth that you really are going to be bringing in. You see he's like filling up this jar with gold coins. So it looks to me like they have no, they have astrological signs. I thought they were runes for a second. Runes could be of significance. The initials C and M also could be of significance. You could do spell work where you work with jars or make like protection jars or sacred energy jars. The sun, oh my gosh, the 10 of Coins and the sun. You are going to be so freaking happy. Like the fact that you're facing these emotions, this turmoil, this hard time, and you're alchemizing it into something brilliant and amazing. Illumination. The Aztec or the Mayan tradition could be of significance to you, the Mayan calendar. You could be a high priestess. You could also like I'm seeing like a native chief. You could be native. The 5 of Wands, 5-5. So yeah, you've been through a lot of. You're alchemizing. What it is that you're alchemizing right now is a lot of stank ass energy from other people that are competing with you for whatever reason: heavy evil eye, jealousy, envy, that type of thing. So you could have been betrayed in some way because of this jealousy. So you're alchemizing it, and maybe as you sit here and sift through your emotions, you may be your manifestations maybe a little bit slowed down as you just work through this. But remember that you are in divine flow, and it all is as planned. So maybe it's slower than you wanted it to be, but it's going to work out so much better in the end. Yeah, you're resting right now, resting and rejuvenating. You could be, you could meditate. You're resting and planning some sort of action here. You could be meditating on what action to take next. And it's interesting because it fell under here where it said to go within, and you have the answers within you. So, and this guy, he's resting, but up above him is like what looks to be the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords are all about action. So the advice is like to meditate on what your next actions should be, because you have the answers inside of you. You know that your higher self knows what to do, and the best way that you can connect to them is through meditation. Yeah, you could be having difficulty sleeping at this time. So again, I double down on this meditation. Yeah, because you have a blessing coming in, an Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning coming in for you. So you want to get your rest. If you're having difficulty sleeping, you can try and I highly recommend getting yourself into a meditative state, because that way you can still get those downloads. Your brain still gets into restful waves. And actually, you know, a lot of the great the brilliant scientists, Einstein specifically, would actually get himself to almost a state of sleeping, because that's when the brain waves were the most productive, and he could get his brilliant ideas. So he was famous for, like, he used to hold a ball, and it was connected to like this whole rigmarole thing, so that when he was falling asleep, he would drop the ball and would set off like a series of things that would wake him up, and then he would be in that correct brain wave. So there's no need to go to such lengths. We can actually get our brain, we can train our brains to go into alpha and theta waves just by practicing meditation. So anyways, I do hope that this message helped you, and I am going to keep it going over at the YT. So if you're interested in that, please join me over there. All right, guys, have a great one. All right, we're going to keep this going here and see what else we have here. What is this with connection? Holy Spirit. Judgment. Okay, so some sort of decision that you made, or I'm also getting that like the Most High has called judgment on whatever situation this was for you. This Five of Wands, Five of Cups energy, whatever's got you in conflict and disappointed and regret. You could have made the decision to really deal with that energy, but also I'm getting that the divine is sending in help and support for you, because I asked about this connection. So your angels and your ancestors are all around you. The Holy Spirit surrounds you with the dove there. And this, it's like Archangel Gabriel could be one of your guides, but this angel is blowing her horn. So and it's also right over this Ace of Wands. What is this? Judgment. King of Wands. So the ability to be a leader, stay strong in your authority, and go after what excites you, what lights you up. So maybe you're getting the freedom to do that. fire energy here. You could have a dragon spirit guide, or dragons could be a significance to you. Anything else? All right. The Two of Cups. The Two of Wands, 22. The Ace of Cups. And the World. Okay, so you could be coming into making a decision to come into unity with the Most High, the Holy Spirit, your higher self. Or for some of you, this could also be you coming into unity, into a relationship. We have 1111 here, and also 22. So this could be for some of you coming into, excuse me, my eye is itching, coming into unity. I don't like to use twin flame, but I am getting that message here with the, well, we have the 1111 here on the Two of Wands with the 2 wands, and then the 2 here, and then we have the 2 of Cups here, which is like an 11 as well. So so yeah, a lot of you, and then we have the Ace of Cups here. So 11111 could be of significance. Another 5555. So yeah, you have new love coming in, and this is going to be this is a divinely guided cycle for you by your angels. American Eagle could be of significance. You could be an Aries or a Taurus. You could be a Leo. You could have the astrological sign of the bull or the ox or the tiger. Getting also that Archangel Michael. You could work with Archangel Michael. Page of Wands. Yeah, you're going to be able, you're doing something creative and passionate. Again, another dragon. So I feel like you're, you know, you have a lot of beautiful fantasy that, you know, actually turns out, you know, dragons are real, fairies are real, who knew? So I feel like you've always been like whimsy. Whimsy is the word. And you're going to be aligning with other people that match your freak girl or guy. So I'm going to get just a couple cards from this deck here. Maybe 1 or 2, and see what else we have. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, or 4. Illumination. So yeah, I did say illumination earlier with the sun. So you're finding out what your purpose is, and you're standing in it. And you're going to be living in comfort, baby. Maybe you like to garden, but with this 10 of Pentacles here, you're going to be very, very comfortable here. And also, like I said, you maybe like redecorating and making yourself a sacred space. There is some sort of mystery. I'm getting the feeling that you are mysterious, or maybe you like to solve mysteries, puzzles, put things together. But yeah, there is some sort of disruption that you have been going through lately that you're alchemizing, and it looks like it involved regret and disappointment, a loss over some sort of competition, jealousy, envy. You could have had a friend or someone that you knew that you had to walk away from that was in this energy of jealousy, envy, and competition. But I'm gonna read this one, this mystery one. I'm gonna find it. I'll be back. Okay, I found it. It says the mystery card represents the idea that it's okay not to have all the answers all of the time. Embrace the various mysteries of life and let things happen and unfold as they need to. Surrender to the unknown. So we're back to the start, to surrender. So that's beautiful. It's all about surrendering, walking by faith, not fear, surrendering to the divine plan, to divine timing, and to your higher self, the universe, and knowing that what you have, where you are is exactly where you're meant to be, and where you're going is freaking fabulous, baby, because holy cow, we got the 10 of Cups here, and we have the Sun and the World. So these are great cards, and it's your destiny, baby. The angels have called judgment. You're getting all the beauty that you deserve coming right back to you. So, and some of that, and for some of you, that involves divine union coming in for you with the 2 Cups, Ace of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. So that's beautiful. I love that for y'all, and I hope that this helped. Have a great day. Bye-bye.